calling the Waldo Judicial Center. Please note that calls may be monitored for training purposes. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. Our menu options have changed. To better assist you, please listen carefully to the following options. For information regarding fines, press 1. To inquire about an upcoming court date, press 2. For juror information, press 3. If you wish to speak... Waldo County Courts, this is Stephanie.
Hi, this is Sean Floyd, and I have several cases, criminal cases pending now, and I'm calling about a couple which are on track to proceed to jury selection and trial.
Okay.
And they're disorderly conduct and criminal mischief case. I can give you the case numbers if you want.
I found them.
Oh, okay, you got them already. Okay, awesome, thanks. They were originally, they had been scheduled for jury selection and not a specific trial date, but some trial date in August. In August, and since they were scheduled together, I was a bit confused about that, and I called and I was told that the cases are always kept together, because my understanding was that the disorderly conduct case was proceeding to trial, and the criminal mischief was the sort of backup case. The way the clerk that I spoke to that day explained it, when I asked specifically about it, she said that the cases are always kept together in case the disorderly conduct case got dismissed, then it would basically revert to the criminal mischief case. Is how she explained it, and then I had a hearing on July 1st, and it was the judge said basically continued that and said that that I won't have to worry about jury selection or trial in August. Everything's postponed until October, and then he turned to the clerk and confirmed that with the clerk that I had been removed from the August dates. But then just yesterday I got notice that the criminal mischief is now set for jury selection and trial on the 25th, jury selection on the 7th of August and trial on the 25th. And so I realize I'm probably going to have to put in a motion to try to address this now that it's on the docket, but I'm just calling to kind of try to figure out what happened before I write the motion.
So it looks like you've got 3 pending cases. One is a disorderly conduct from August of 24.
Yeah.
One is a criminal mischief from August of 24. And then you have another case, tampering with a witness and violating conditions of release from May of 25.
Correct.
That one doesn't look like it's set for anything.
It's got there's a dismissal hearing and a dispositional conference and a dismissal hearing. I've got the dates for those, and that's all set. I'm all set with as far as that one proceeding as it is. I'm just like I say, my understanding was that the disorderly conduct was the one that was proceeding to trial, and the criminal mischief was just listed as a backup. Like I say, the clerk said if the other one got dismissed. But since it should have all been continued. In other words, both cases, if the cases are always kept together, they should have both been continued. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so if you don't mind holding,
Not at all.
I will have you talk to the clerk who schedules the jury stuff,
Okay.
because she has a better understanding than I do. So hold on one moment, okay?
Yep, no hurry.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I'm not sure what the first person I spoke with told you. How much I should re-explain?
Well, a question about what cases are going for jury trial or something.
Yeah, I'll just re-explain.
You can only have one case go in any particular month. So each case is going to be tried separately.
That I guess I understood.
Okay.
I'll just re-explain it. What happened was I have these I have three pending cases altogether. Um, one is not an issue as far as this call goes. The two I'm concerned about are a disorderly conduct charge and a criminal mischief charge, and those were both proceeding as of you know like late June. Those were both had been set for jury selection and trial. Well, what they were both scheduled together, and I was confused about why they had the same dates for both cases. And I called and asked, and it was explained to me that the cases are always kept together. And what the clerk I spoke with at the time said is if the disorderly conduct, which is the one that was I understood to be proceeding first to trial, was dropped, then it would revert to the criminal mischief one. So as I understood it at that, like I say, late June, that was the situation, and I had dates, the 8/7 jury selection date at least, no fixed trial dates at that point. But then I had a hearing on July 1st, and the judge basically continued everything. He said that I won't have to worry about jury selection or a trial until October. And then he turned to the clerk, who was there, there in court, excuse me, and confirmed with her that I had indeed been removed from the August docket dates. But then just yesterday, I got notice that just the criminal mischief case is proceeding to jury selection on the 7th, and there's an 8/25 trial date as well. And that should have been continued. I realize I probably am going to have to put in a motion to address this, but I'm just trying to figure out what happened exactly. That should have been continued since it was just the backup to that other case. When the judge continued all that, well, like I said, that was pretty much his exact words, is you won't have to worry about jury selection or trial until October, is what
okay.
he's,
I didn't have that information in the criminal mischief case.
Uh-huh.
So, yes, disorderly conduct is in October.
Yep.
Criminal mischief still had the August 7 jury selection date. And so the trial schedule gets put together, and then that information was sent to you with whatever date.
Yeah, it was on the 22nd, it went through the mail. I just got it yesterday.
If it needs to be continued, then just put in something in writing specifically for that case, that your understanding was that it was not going to be addressed at least until October, and then we'll have the judge sign that.
I'll put basically everything I just explained to you in writing. I figured it was just some sort of clerical error like that. I mean, basically that's what that was, an oversight of, and so I just wanted to call and figure out what happened sort of before I wrote the motion. But I'll do that ASAP. I'll put in a motion about that ASAP. I also have a couple other questions I'm not sure if you're the best person to ask about those.
Well, why don't you try and I'll
Okay. Regarding the disorderly conduct, okay, that hearing on the 1st, where everything was supposed to be continued, it was the hearing itself was about well, there are two, but one was about a bill of particulars in that case, and the judge said he would order the bill of particulars, but I never got anything in writing about that, and I assume since it's a court order that I would.
Yeah, just got signed on the 20th and docketed on the 23rd, so it's probably on its way.
Oh, okay. So just late. Okay. Okay. That clears that up. Thank you, and good to know. And then, are hearings like that normally record? Like it was a bill of particulars hearing and a hearing for dismissal because of
Yes,
the
it
DA.
would be recorded.
That would be recorded, so I can request that at some point. I don't need it anytime soon. I may need it for some civil stuff later. And then final question is, the court has been looking for an attorney, and I'll put in a motion. I plan to put in a motion about this as well, and I'll do that much even quicker now that I have this other motion to put in. The court has been looking for an attorney for me, and it's been somewhat difficult to find someone. In part, at least, part of it is because I'm somewhat demanding, and not all attorneys can handle that, or comply with reasonable demands. Anyway, part of it is on me. I guess is what I'm saying is that there are a few attorneys who won't work with me and I won't work with, but they're relatively few, really. I actually made a list recently, but the other part of it is that the other reason it's difficult, the court, as I understand it, is having a difficult time is because I'm intending to proceed, have been, pro se with just the assistance of counsel. And because that situation is kind of unusual, it's kind of throwing everybody, for a little bit of a loop. And so after that meeting at that hearing on the 1st, I decided that maybe it'd probably be easier for me, and it won't be detrimental in the same way it was earlier on in because I've already had and arranged dismissal hearings and some things. Basically, the upshot of all this is, I now plan to. I'm entirely open to, just the traditional sort of co-counsel. I still want to have say in my case, but if it's easier for the court and the Maine Commission on Public Defender Services and everybody for me to just be appointed an attorney, essentially,
I don't know that one is easier than the other. We simply do not have an attorney to assign to you at this point.
It's more. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is it more down than just to a general shortage of attorneys?
It's just a shortage of attorneys.
Oh, okay. I guess I was.
There's a handful of attorneys out there that take appointments, and there are a handful of attorneys that you've already had and can't have again. Then that handful gets mighty small, so we don't have a name to assign you.
Right. Well, I will put in the list. There are a few attorneys who withdrew from my cases for reasons not even necessarily known to me, that as far as I know I don't have an issue with, or who may. Well, I don't know. I'll put in the list of people. There's 4 people who I won't work with, and that one of them I'm suing. Another one I'm going to sue. Another one was previously appointed on these cases and wouldn't talk to me for 5 months. So I don't want to work with him. But yeah, anyway, I'll do all that in a motion. Just mention that in a request.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume that's the best way to inform the court of that, my change in position on that.
You can. I don't know if the judge is going to change their order or not.
Yeah. Oh no. I guess yeah. I would put it in as a request. The order wasn't. I mean, in when speaking with the judge at court, I was always the judge always often qualified, and I a couple of times qualified. You know, moving forward, I may want to change my mind and accept an attorney, and that was always the judge. Both judges that I proposed that to, or that it came up with, you know, that was always on the table. I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So hopefully it won't be a problem, but I'll do it as soon as possible, regardless.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.